Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So, we are talking about your PBL, and you are focusing on the germ experiment,
Number one.
number one, which I thought was a great way to introduce what germs are to your kids. No, you're fine. They were so engaged in the lesson, and they had a blast, and I could tell that they walked away from this lesson understanding what germs were.
And covered in
How did you think it was?
Oh, it was awesome. The kids really, really, really responded to this lesson. They loved everything about it, from the glitter to the sharing the germs to the looking at the animals. And even like the next day after I did this lesson, one of the kids noticed that there was glitter all over the animals because I hadn't cleaned them yet. I got lazy. And so I gave them a bunch of toothbrushes and put them in the sink and was like, clean them. So they took turns scrubbing the germs off with toothbrushes because we were doing our hygiene unit.
That's amazing.
So they gave them a bath.
Well, there you go. That's like interdisciplinary, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just naturally.
So I'm gonna just go through this standard list, and we can talk about each point. So the first point is, did the candidate introduce interdisciplinary themes in the lesson? And we just talked about that. But we talked over the lesson, and we both agreed that there was science, which is part of like teaching them about the germs themselves. That's science. And then in the lesson, there was a social aspect where they had to like shake hands with 5 different people, and then they had to play. And that is also dramatic play because you're asking them to like do this thing, like these things rapidly. And yeah, do you have anything to say about that?
No. Oh, literacy.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the next point.
Oh, never mind.
So, so that's, I saw the interdisciplinary things. It's not just like, and I like that you pointed out that it's not just like science, math, English. It's also like social skills, because in preschool it's also a big part of preschool is, or pre-K is social skills. So that's very important. The second point, did the candidate support literacy as they taught content to students? We talked about this, and you said that you read a book after this called Germs Are Not for Sharing, and it's about the things that we do share and don't share. And you want to comment more about the book?
It was just a really sweet, quick book on the do's and don'ts of sharing germs. Like, we share our toys, we share our this, we share this, we share this, but we don't share germs, and this is how we don't share germs. We get tissues when we are sick.
Great.
All this.
Great. And the students responded well? Okay, great. Did the candidate use digital tools and resources for learning during the lesson? So it's not on the video, but you said that you guys watched a YouTube video that you posted on your Go Noodle, which I know that you've been doing a lot, which is great, about germs and we don't share germs. Is it like a music video, or was it like
No, it was the book.
Oh!
Germs Are Not for Sharing. We watched a read aloud.
Makes sense. On the book, so on YouTube.
It was a read aloud of a book on YouTube that I put on Go Noodle, and we watched after the experiment.
Okay, well that was using digital tools
to
support your lesson. So yes, okay. Did the candidate relate the lesson to real world realities that are relevant to students? Yes, and I love that, you asked them, especially the part where you were like, oh, okay, look at your hand. Do you have all 3 colors of glitter on your hand? And everybody's hand was like, yep, I do. And then you explain, like, that's like germs. That's what you're spreading. Like, so for them to make that connection between the glitter and the germs, I felt was like a very profound thing, especially after you did all of these activities. So they can actually see that germs spread, and this is how they're connecting it to their real world. Did the candidate use project-based learning to help students develop interdisciplinary skills and understand an issue? Yes, and we've talked about that. There were interdisciplinary skills, whether it was content like science, the social aspects. So I felt like those were the interdisciplinary skills and dramatic play. And understanding an issue, yes, like spreading germs is bad, and you help them to understand that it is an issue, and they actually saw that in action. So
I've had my face sneezed on.
yeah, I believe you.
Yeah.
I have two, and I'm in third grade, so
Ugh.
yeah. All right. So, do you have any other questions or comments?
No.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.